It is a male-dominated industry still, even though it's the hair and beauty industry.
I think Wendi and I are women who listen to our intuition and definitely go with our gut feeling.
If sexism was happening, Kim and I are both pretty bold, so I think that we absolutely ignored it and was almost like, I dare you. Mixed Chicks are products for curly hair to help maintain and defrizz and define your natural texture.
We like to say Mixed Chicks is an umbrella of all women.
On the front of our bottle, like the verbiage, it says whether you're black, white,
Asian, Latin, Mediterranean, or any glorious combination. Wendi and I are biracial women, so that's a real conversation because that's combination textured hair. We've been probably conforming to what society has wanted us to look like by straightening our hair.
Under your sink looks like a beauty supply store with just everything that you've tried. Mayonnaise and beer in your hair, egg yolks.
Every gel possible, dippity-doo, VO5, I mean anything just to slick my hair down. Wendi and my sister worked together in the music industry, and I met her, and Wendi tended to wear her hair curly more often than I did. Not today. I'm usually the straight one, she's usually the curly one. So I said, God, what is it that you use to put in your hair? Because I use about 5 different things. She said, do you have a pen? I'm gonna show you the 10 different things that I use.
And what ratio you have to mix them in. Kim was definitely the fire that made me jump. She realized so many other people had the same needs and desires for the way they wanted their curls to look. She proved it to me by saying, let's go to the mall and just see how many people ask us, what do you use in your hair? Yeah. And we literally could not get 5 stores walking together before somebody would say, excuse me, what do you use in your hair? And she was like, see, it's not just us, everybody needs this. We could really start a company. With that, she found a lab by 2003, and we worked with a chemist, thanks to Google. All of that. I mean, we learned how to be chemists. We were able to look up every ingredient and actually speak proper jargon. Once we perfected the formula, which took about 6 to 9 months, by 2004, we launched our leave-in conditioner, which remains our top seller today.
But we launched an online business first. We just really hustled. I think that's how we started our business. Hey, you can call me a street hustler if you want. We were hustling our product. Back in the day with music, guys used to sell records out the back of their car. So I thought, hey, you know what? We've got some samples. We call them hot tamales, these little pillow packs.
Or creamy crack.
Yeah, creamy crack. Yeah. And, you know, we just went out and we just started handing them out.
We were hitting people. It would be like in the parking lot at the supermarket, like, excuse me. And people would be like, what? And I'm like, what do you use in, what do you use in your curls? And I'm like, try this. And as I'm going in my bag, they're backing up. And I'm like, no, really, it's free. I mean, this is what we did. And we made all of our friends do it. With that, we had already made a street demand. So people were going into beauty supply stores asking for our product. So by the time we got there, they already knew about it. They're like, oh, we didn't know where to find you. Because we started so small, we did not quit our day jobs for at least 2 years. We worked full-time on a day job, and then at night and on the weekends, we made Mixed Chicks happen. So we started probably with about $10,000. We've used our own money, and we haven't gone to anybody to invest ever.
Listen, we used to go in our cars, pick up all of our supplies, and I'm talking large boxes. I think I had a small, it was a 4-door, but it was a small car, okay, at the time. And we used to get all of the packing peanuts, all of the boxes, every single supply, you can imagine. My daughter was young at that time, and I used to swoosh her in the back of the car, just be quiet, we're almost home, I have to get these supplies.
She'd be packed behind the packing peanuts like this, squishing everything.
We did it
all. We even showed up for one of our first large pickups from our lab in a huge U-Haul, like pulled up like this, and they're like, well, wait a minute, do you have like a pallet jack or anything? We're like, we don't know what that is.
Workers?
Yeah, where are your workers? We made our own assembly line, and we packed that whole U-Haul and drove right back to, my home and started packing it up. I mean, when I think of it now, those were the fun days. Starting with 1,000 units is difficult because the people who make your packaging, the bottles, nobody's selling you 1,000. Nobody even wants to talk to you. So that makes you have to call and really have a lot of doors shut in your face until finally somebody's nice enough to let you buy some overstock.
And that's when you learn to not take no as an answer. you move forward.
The woman in Iowa finally was like, you sound like my daughter. Let me see what I can do. It was like at the 10th call, and we're like, yes. And we finally score our 1,000 bottles. And they arrive, and we're like, yes, where are the caps? I called her. She's like, they don't come with caps. You gotta order the caps. I'm like, well, do you sell caps? She's like, no, we don't sell caps.
And how about, this is a special bottle, so you have to order a special cap.
So then we go, and look, probably it was overstocked because it was an odd neck. So now my hunt to find somebody else that would take a liking to me over the phone to sell me 1,000 caps became the problem. And I think I got somebody to sell me 5,000. So we were hoping that the first 1,000 bottles would sell so that we could make money to buy the bottles to go with the caps.
Needless to say, we still use that bottle.
When we first did our wholesale pricing, we did it without the distribution price in mind, which was a pretty big mistake because distributors expected half off of wholesale. Because we were new to the business and we really didn't understand the way the box worked, we were like, there's no way you're getting half off. You can get out of here then, we'll push it ourselves. And we pushed it ourselves for so long that the distributors now will distribute our product for far less than 50% off.
In mainstream, we are categorized, and they would call the multicultural set. However, it's still the ethnic set.
It's two different aisles, and because the world looks at us as Black, we're considered Black-owned. And when you're Black-owned, you go to the ethnic aisle, regardless of if it's for curly Jewish hair, curly Mediterranean hair. It doesn't matter to them because of who owns it.
It's a tricky situation. In the ethnic set, there are margins that do not have to be met as in the general set, and that makes small manufacturers and ethnic manufacturers safe.
The goal for us would be to have integrated aisles. They should be divided by hair and not race. It should be divided strictly by texture. Straight hair, wavy hair, curly hair, coarse hair. Now they are talking about merging the aisles so that that main aisle doesn't lose traffic.
Where are we? You know,
It's
if you look at
segregated.
your US Census, I mean, like, come on. We're
The fastest growing demographic.
Yeah. We started this just from a personal need to now being in large retail stores. Target, Walmart, Walgreens, Duane Reade, Bed Bath & Beyond, to international distribution. We're in over 33 countries.
And now we have at least 15 different products. When we first started on just our website, we were happy when if one sale a week came, we were like, a sale came, oh my gosh.
Who's going to the post office?
Yeah, and now I think we probably do 1 million units a year. In just 12 years, we've really, really made a brand.